whether R&D expenses should be capitalized or they should be amortized. Now please remember, first of all, R&D expenditure that you incur uh, invariably, not necessarily, but invariably will result into intangible asset. Why do I say this? That is because, let's say for example, Tata Motors. Now what Tata Motors is doing? Tata Motors is in the business of manufacturing cars, or Maruti is in the business of manufacturing cars. So Tata Motors को और Maruti को मालूम है that if they have to remain in the business for all times to come, they cannot afford to keep on selling the existing products that they have. They will need to keep on bringing out new and new brands every year, and for bringing out new brands they need to keep on spending money on the research and development. Now please note, in case of research and development, two things can happen. What two things can happen? Let's say for example, Tata Motor is working on designing a new product, and they have spent 10 crore of rupees on the design of this new product. This product has failed. This design has failed. That means whatever money that they spent, they could not bring out a design on which they could produce a product that could be sold in the market. So that design is simply scrapped. Now since the design is simply scrapped, this 10 crore will have to taken as a loss to the company, as and when they realize that this is not fructifying. Second situation, and please pay attention here, Tata Motors is working on another design, and this design is successful. On this design is successful. So when I say this design is successful, that means it is possible for Tata Motors to, based on this design, produce a new four-wheeler and sell it in the market and make profit. On this design, Tata Motors have spent 40 crore of rupees. Now this 40 crore of rupees that the Tata Motor has spent on this design, which is monetizable, this is going to be capitalized. This is going to be capitalized. For the benefit of some of you, what is the meaning of capitalization? Meaning of capitalization is Tata Motors has spent 40 crore on creating a new design, and once this design is successful, this 40 crore will reflect in the balance sheet of Tata Motors as an asset, as an intangible asset. So that is the answer to the first question, whether the R&D is to be capitalized or it is to be written off to the P&L. So if the design is successful, it is to be capitalized. Now please remember, second question, should it be capitalized or should be amortized? So remember, when you capitalize, you essentially also amortize. Now meaning what? And pay attention. So Tata Motors has spent 40 crores on this new design, which is marketable, which is monetizable. Company is going to produce products based on this design and sell and make profit. Now Tata Motors and the management of Tata Motors, the technical team of the Tata Motors, the marketing and the R&D and the finance team of Tata Motors, they will have to sit together and find out this new design that we have created, spending 40 crore of rupees. For how many years we are going to use this design and produce the cars and sell in the market, sell in the market. So the entire team come to a conclusion that this model can be sold for next 5 years. After next 5 years, we will have to introduce a new model. After 5 years, nobody will buy this model. So we will have to phase it out. Now please understand, now what is going to happen is Tata Motors has spent how much money on this? They've spent 40 crore on this model. How many years this model is going to work for them? For 5 years. So what Tata Motors is going to do, 40 crores divided by 5 is 8 crore. So what Tata Motors is going to do, Tata Motors for next 5 years is going to amortize this cost of 40 crores over a period of 5 years. I hope that answers both the questions that both of you had.